Hello everyone, thank you for watching. Today I wanted to start a new section in my channel where I show you our homeschool weekly activities. I'm actually having a little bit of trouble finding the proper name for this section, so if you can give me some suggestions, I will appreciate that. But basically what I want to do is every Friday I'll upload a video showing you what we've been doing that week. We have a workbox system and we do shelf work. I try to do mostly Montessori inspired activities. I get a lot of ideas from this book that I've shown before, and also by the ebook Shelf Work by JDA, and a lot of ideas from the internet as well, Pinterest and stuff like that. So this is a workbox system. These are all shelves. This is the books that we read for the week, and this is the wall that I use to decorate and put posters all about the topic that we're learning, especially that week. I have a planner which is right here. It's a little bit of a mess right now, where I do our weekly and daily activities. But here I have something that might help you understand and see what we do every week. Usually I keep this on the wall and it helps me, stay focused on what we do in that day or that week actually. Thursday we go to our co-op group, so we don't do much home. So we do the group, we read together at night, we do some shelf work activities, and then if she still wants to do some stuff, I take her to abcmouse.com where we have a subscription there and she learns a lot of stuff. And then we might do PE. We usually don't do, but if we want to, we could. Then every day of the week we do binder, workbook, and reading. So that's the same every other day. Every day other than Thursday, I meant. And then we might do science or social studies. We don't do science and social studies every day of the week. We do one or the other. And I try to focus on one topic. Like this past week, we learned about flowers. So we did science only. We didn't do anything about social studies. This coming week, I'm going to do social studies. And I'm going to do this project. I usually like to do lab books with her. So this I'm going to show you next Friday, what we did. And then each day something different. One is music, computer, health, and art. And art is something specifically about art, not just coloring or cutting. I want to teach her something about art because she's really into that, and I am too. So it's like a real art class. And then I put the little star because every day we might do a little bit of art that goes along with the other topics, the other subjects. It's practical life, shelf work, and PE. So that's it. Let me show you what I have on the workbox. Here's a daily binder. I don't want to stop and show you a lot here, but I do want to say that I think this is the last month that I'm going to show you. I'm going to do this with her, like the daily thing, like where she traces on type of like these sheets from Confession of a Homeschooler, because she's a little tired of it. She knows how to do this already, so I think we're not going to do this anymore. She counts 100 days of school, then that's our personal information. We do time and temperature, and then a sight word that I write for her, which usually the sight words, I keep them here, and they're related to what the topic of the week is, and that's it. The rest we usually don't do it. And then whatever side work I gave to her, she would write it on this workbook. She would write it down, or if it's already there, she will just put a check mark like that. Then the next drawer is the workbook, and here she does like this. So just so you see the letters and the words, and then she can draw something, and then there are words that start with the letter, and then we do phonics. So I pick what I want her to do that week that goes along with what we're learning. So we do phonics, and then she does math. And this workbook, actually, I'm only doing it so I can show it in our county review, because if it was for me, I would just pick what I wanted her to do, and that's it. I don't like workbooks. But She doesn't hate it, actually. She likes it a little bit. So what we do is we do one like we do handwriting and then a shelf work activity, and then we go back to phonics and then a shelf work activities and then math. And then this one also has spelling, reading, and we're going to start doing like, you know, like blending and reading comprehensions and making sentences and stuff like that. So it's actually a good workbook. Just I'm not a big fan of workbooks yet for her. And then we do every letter a little decoration for every letter, and I make these sheets myself. So every letter has their own decorations. So we do that. Let me put this carefully. And then is reading, and we're doing alpha phonics. We just started this because we were doing another program which is called Phonic Readers, but I'm going to put it and start later because I'm going to do a review on that actually, so I can explain to you why we're not doing that anymore. So we started this new program that was recommended to me by JDA, Alpha Phonics, and we just started it. We do this reader, which is phonics practice reader, and she already read this, and we might do some work on this workbook, or we might not. Usually do the reading lessons on the whiteboard over there. We do it together. Then science or social studies. So we was science. We did science, and we look at this book, which is Wildflowers, and she learned about different flowers and flower names. And it has the stickers where you can put the stickers on the flowers. And I used this to do worksheets for her. And then Do Plants Eat Meat. It was a really fun book to watch with her. And I'm actually going to use this for plants unit studies as well. All of them are from the thrift store. This is the last worksheet that we did. I actually made this one for her for our 3 parts cards that I made also. So I did this for her. If you want this printable or any of these printables here, just let me know and I will share them to you, and I can send them to you in an email or something. So she did this part of flowers. She wrote this down. And then music, art, computer, or Spanish also. I did this printable for her. And it's a game where I tell her, like, click, I'm the part of the computer that helps you select, move, and open objects on the screen, and blah, blah, blah. And then she has to, you know, guess what it is and put it on the mat. We usually work on the mat over there. And then she has to pick the parts. And then we have this little pretend keyboard where I tell her to find me letters and numbers or symbols and stuff like that. Since she lost a tooth, we did this little activity for health, which is what's good and what's bad for your teeth. And she drew that and she colored them. So that's that. And then for music, we explored the this little what's it called? Xylophone. Oh my goodness, that word just blew out of my mind. And not just, you know, making sounds, but knowing what sound is in each one and why is making that sound, and, you know, using the numbers and the colors to work with that. So that's that. And Spanish we didn't do this week. Actually, today is Friday, so we might do some work with that. And then special at the bottom, which is where we keep our lab books. And this is the lab book that we did for flowers. This was an activity, you know, making the flower. She wrote that over there, and she put the flower stickers by Sophia, that's my daughter. And then she matched the parts of the flowers, and she glue them there. And then she did some coloring with shapes. And then she wrote the name of these flowers with the book that I showed you. This flower we didn't find. We don't know what flower that is, so we just put a question mark. And then we did this symmetry drawing with the flower. And then we cut it into a little square and made it into a puzzle. And then she did some 1 to 52 drawing. I don't know how it's called. So that's our lab book. And then the books that we read. So all about plants and flowers and animals that eat plants, and a busy tree, part of a plant, the gift of the sun, you know, about growing up because she is just lost a tooth. and stuff like that, you know, when you grow up and things like that. Those are reading books for the week. And then the activities, this poster, I got it from the Dollar Tree. I'm sure a lot of you maybe even have it. So we decorated with flowers that I already had. And then I bought this little flower and I put in this tiny vase, and the flowers are almost already dead because they've been there for over a week now. We did this art project with a little cup that actually we wanted to decorate, but it has dinosaurs and she loves dinosaurs, so we're not decorating it. We put some cotton balls and she colored them brown. We used a popsicle stick with some foam leaves that she cut out. I just drew them on the foam paper and she cut them out and pasted them there. And then with the cup, we cut like that, and I used a stapler, and then she colored in the middle, and we made a daisy flower. She loves daisies. I also had this in her room for decoration, so I just put it here for the mood. We also did this little project with this star form, I think it's called. And we did these little flowers with toothpicks. And she colored them green. We put the little pipe cleaners as the leaves and these stickers, and we made a little garden. She loved this. This we did at the co-op. It's a technique, I forgot the name for this. We did it together. Okay, these are some 3-part cards that I made for her. I can say if you want the principles for this, I can share them to you, and you can give me your email and I will send them to you. So these are the parts of a flower. So if you want that, I can share that to you, and here are just the pictures, and here are the words. So she did match with that, and then she did the worksheet that I showed you from the Workbox system. I also did cards. These are not 3 parts, but you could make them 3 parts just to learn names of different flowers, which I also used for the other worksheet on the lab book. These are different flowers that I made for her in this card, so all type of different flowers. We did this printable, which is actually from pre-kinders, and I did it black and white, so it wasn't as, you know, very easy for her. And I gave her the pieces and some extra ones so she can, you know, do different designs. Instead of using this one here, she can use 2 of these. And she actually took like 2 minutes to do this, so it wasn't that hard. It was just some free time actually for her. I did this activity and I got it from this other mom here on YouTube. I just totally forgot her name, but I will put the link of her video down in the description box. And I want to say thank you so much for your activity. I love it. My daughter loves it. We're learning about primary colors, secondary colors, warm and cool colors, and I want to teach her about complementary colors, and this helps a lot. Like, she loves it. So I did the primary colors, blue, red, and yellow. And then I also did orange, purple, and green. So the way I did those, you can go and look at the video that she made. And you can see how I made them as well. So that's that. These are all the activities that we do, but not necessarily every day. And this is a little keychain that I made with the disciples of Jesus, and we learn about them. She loves that. This is some practical life activities about pouring from here to here. And I'm actually gonna get another sheet and another tray for this one because they slice pretty easily. So maybe a smaller one that's not metal. But this one is just transferring with a little tweezer this tiny little stickers, foam stickers, into this ball. She also took like 5 minutes to do that. That's really easy. So these practical life activities, I'm still exploring I know what she's capable of doing or not, but I want to see what she really needs to practice and what she doesn't really need to practice. So on the bottom, here are mostly language activities. This is just a game that's called Spelling Fun. And she just puts the word there and she spells it out. That's just a little game, actually. This is something I got from the Calvert curriculum that was given to me. So I just cut out the cards her cardstock and I laminate them only on one side with packing tape. This is called the alphabet friends. They all have a name. And then here I have like lowercase letters, and there are like like 3 or 4 of each letters to make words. Here are the uppercase, and there are 2 of each. And here are tons, literally tons of cards with different drawings for each letter. So the beginning sound, you can do ending sound too. You can do many games with this. It has tons, literally a ton. I don't know, it must be like over 100 of them. So we use that in many different activities actually. Then this printable from Childcare Land, I just used these cards, these ABC cards, and I just picked whatever card, and then I tell her, tell me the beginning sound of this word, and then she'll find it and put like, you know, one of these chips here, or I tell her the ending sound, or I tell her, you know, anything that has to do with a little game actually for her, since she's learning English as a second language. I did this spindle box that I'm gonna show to you in another video. It's my version of the spindle box. You actually can erase that and write a different number. And I used this lollipop sticks from the craft store. So yes, you can change the numbers. It doesn't have to be from 0 to 10. That's why I made it like that, because she already knows how to count to 100. So I want to practice the quantities all the way to 100 and more. But I don't know how many lollipop stick are gonna fit there actually. I also made these cards that are from Montessori Inspire as well. There's a printable online. If you want to, I can send that to you in an email. So she can learn how to write thousands, hundreds, you know, well, tens and the units she already knows. Yeah, so we've been doing that, and along with that we use our counting cubes, which are Montessori counting beads inspired, and I'm going to show you that in another video. We also do this adding discs. This is by 2, so 2 plus 2, 2 plus 9, 2 plus 5, and I use the little chips with numbers so she can put the answer on top of the number. And you can do a worksheet with this, and so you can have proof of what you did with that activity. Then here we have our Montessori Inspire Movable Alphabet. On the bottom we have this wooden puzzle that she likes to make, so a little bit of logic there. And then she has her beading set that I made for her, and I can show you in another video if you want. On the bottom I usually keep activities that she can do as a free time. Actually, it's nothing like I prepared for her. Then here's some art. Like I said, I'm teaching her about the colors, and I have this worksheet to go with that. So she did the primary and secondary colors, and along with that I made this activity for her. Secondary, primary, and some cardstock, and then I made this. I used this color sheet from the dollar store, and I glued them on cardstocks, and I put some Velcro so she can put the primary colors where they go and the secondary colors where they go, and so on. And we did these activities with those, so it was like a discovering thing. And then she colored them here, and then we're going to do warm and cool, and then complementary pairs of colors. So this is for our art class, and see something specifically that I picked for her, not just random coloring and drawing. These are warm and cool colors activities that I made for her, and I just used this paint sample from Home Depot. I made another activity with this, and I can share it to you in another video. And I just made these little drawings, warm colors, and she put the warm colors there and the cool colors there. So yes, she did this once, but she hasn't done it. I want with this worksheet, so I want her to do it again, and then she can put the colors in the warm and cool color sections. On the bottom here, some sensorial and logic and geometry. So she has some shapes there. She has the knob cylinders from Montessori, the mini ones. And then we put them all here in the middle, all mixed up. And then she has to figure out which one goes where. Then we had the blue triangles from Montessori. And we make shapes with them, and then we do different lessons with this, not just playing. We do many different lessons with this. You can do worksheets with these activities too. And then at the bottom is a little bit of science that's not specifically about flowers. It's like a little free time for her. So we have some of our Safari LTD and some of our Wild Republic little animals here, and then the pictures. I'm actually in the process of changing these pictures to real life pictures, and I use this cartoonish one. I'm not gonna throw them away, but still I prefer the real pictures like this ones. And then here's a little, I don't know, I want to say sensory box, but it's not just sensory. We do patterns with this. We do small to large. We do what's different, and we do math. We do, I don't know, all kind of activities with this. So I just keep it in hand, and we might use this movable alphabet or the counting cubes and some cards and stuff like that. We might make the names of the shells and so on. On the bottom I have the wooden puzzle. It has 16 puzzles to make words. She did that. And then this favorite game of her. And this is by Mindware, Imagination Magnets. And she just make different patterns with these cards. It goes from easy to harder. I can do a review on this if you want to and show you more specifically. But she does this a lot. She really likes it. So that's it for a week. This video was really long, but I think every video that I upload on Friday are going to be long. So I hope that you like this video and that is helpful to you. Like I said, if you have any suggestions on the title, give it to me, please. But for now, I'm gonna call them homeschool weekly activities or something like that. And if you have any ideas or any questions, or if you want any of the printables, or if you want me to make a video on an activity, just let me know and I will do that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Have a great weekend. God bless everybody.